What's up guys, this is Billy from the JRB podcast, and before we get right into today's episode, I do want to warn you guys that today we did have quite a few inconveniences, I guess you could say. We tried something new by setting up a camera to capture video, as we thought it made the podcast more interesting, and at first it did go pretty successful, but unfortunately about halfway through the episode, the camera battery did die, which caused the camera to shut off, so about halfway through there will be a sudden jump from video to audio. While it was a nightmare to kind of edit, it came out alright in post, but I just wanted to warn you guys about that for those of you guys watching this on YouTube. We did also experience a couple other issues in today's episode, such as somebody deciding it'd be a great time to ring the doorbell while we was in the middle of recording an episode. And towards the end, we did get a little sidetracked, but apart from all these little issues, the episode was actually quite good today, as we did speak about a variety of interesting topics. So yeah, whilst today's episode may be far from perfect, at the end of the day, we want to keep it real with you guys, and since we are still in the early stages of developing JRB, we are not in any rush to be perfect, as we'll probably never reach that, but like I said, we're here for your guys' entertainment, and we are still developing JRB every day. So if you guys do enjoy today's episode, as always, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on SoundCloud, as well as all of our other social medias, which will be links below. And yeah, so without further ado, let's hop right into episode 3 of the JRB podcast.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the JRB podcast. I am joined with
Billy, or Billy Burns SFW on YouTube. Have to plug it after all.
Of course you do. And also, I'm Josh.
As you would notice.
Yeah, as you know, also...
we are actually recording it now.
Yeah, you can see us. It's weird. Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's
guys.
so...
Hi.
You guys are doing your face reveals today.
Oh.
Well, technically, yeah.
No, cover it up. Put a blur on me.
Jesus.
She's got beard. She's got beard. She's got beard.
Four lions are out there.
So yeah,
Literally.
if anybody knows that reference, four lines.
Banging.
Banging, Phil.
Yeah, right. Okay, so, Reese, since you have topics. So
I have one topic that I saw out of the blue the other day. That apparently there was this shooting range that was using a picture of that woman who came back from ISIS.
I think she's roughly
19,
she
came from a concentration refugee camp, not concentration. That's
Yeah, we messed up the
different.
story.
Yeah, that's right. We want to clear that up there.
Yeah. And apparently they were using her as a target for the shooting range, and they were defending it, saying that it was okay. Let me get that up right now. Do you want to talk while I do that?
Yeah, while Josh just sorts his microphone out.
Yeah. Welcome back. Just had a little technical difficulty. Right, so... Thank you. Right. This is brilliant, because now they actually get to see what we do.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
I can't find it.
What are you even looking for?
Up.
Yes.
Fair enough. But anyway, yeah, so what's your opinion on that, Billy?
So what is it? They're using her picture to like show her.
Yeah, so...
It was I think it was Daily Star or Daily Mail, which is highly known for false news and a load of BS. I don't really trust it. So in my opinion, I don't really trust the fact that was real. And that's right, to be honest, either way.
If it is real though, I do kind of think, okay, I know she's a very controversial figure right now, but come on. It's a bit far, innit?
Come on. Humanise them a little bit, for fuck's sake.
But nah, it is to be fair.
Yeah.
What would you get out of doing that, really?
I mean, at the end of the day, she is a human being that is going through a tough time. Yeah, she joined...
She brought it upon herself, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. She brought it upon herself, but...
This is her fault.
There's a certain extent where it goes to where, obviously, it's a bit too far, and I believe that that's been hit. Obviously, there's loads of internet memes about her, and... Yeah, obviously. But,
if you want, I'll flash one up right now.
I don't want to... Right, to be fair, this is...
You can edit that in.
Well, this is how I'm going to mention the podcast, because later I want to talk about the Adpocalypse coming back.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say I don't want to get demonetized. I thought, well...
To be honest, we're not getting any money from it.
Yeah, well.
Not yet, anyway. Well, it depends how... If we try and grow it, obviously.
Yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we're going to get an Instagram soon. Again, I will look into actually starting to put it on Spotify, so you might see us on Spotify.
I was thinking, should we do a Facebook page or not?
I don't think we should, because I think a lot of the target audience necessarily won't be on Facebook that much. Sorry, I'm holding in a burp. But yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because I'm thinking, obviously, we want to try and advertise as
Yeah.
much as we can, and we've done that enough in college already, thanks to Josh. But
Yeah, always plugging it in college. no
Plugging
matter
to the
what.
teachers
You
and
wrote-
students.
You wrote it on the whiteboard
I
yesterday.
did. I write it on the whiteboard. Yes. Hey,
And
gotta
Joe,
get the
Joe
word out.
played it out loud as well.
Joe did. Yes.
Yeah, true.
That
And
was
we've
helpful.
For reference, Joe is a fellow college student in our
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
Oh, I've also got another topic that I saw. Apparently, China is going to release the Bohemian Rhapsody film without queer content. So what's the point of the film?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's kind of.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, yes, there are definitely parts in it where...
Yeah, but you're taking.
I mean, I'd say, I haven't actually watched it, but I'm pretty sure there's probably more to it than just the queer parts.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's a factual film. It's meant to be the life of.
Yeah, it's
of those
his
people.
it's his life.
I'm gonna sound really uncultured here, but it's Queen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah, it's yeah. So you can't desensitize something that actually happened in real life, especially if you're making a film. Obviously, it's going to be twisted as a film. It's going to be twisted to make it more appealing to the audience. But flat out taking things out that are true, that's a bit.
Why are they doing it? Exactly?
I think it's because of their culture. They
Yeah.
really don't like it.
Yeah.
Anything to do with actual sex, in actual terms, at all, they despise. They don't really like it at all.
Oh god.
Oh, what's happened here?
You okay there? You okay there, Bruce?
For some reason, never mind. But I'm pretty sure that actually there are only a few gay parts in this film.
Yeah, to be fair.
I don't
though,
think
Have any
there's
of
that
you
many.
actually seen the film?
No, I haven't.
I
but
haven't.
I
would really like to.
I wanted to, but I just didn't have the time.
Because about to say,
Because I actually wanted to know a lot about his life, but I never actually got.
I'm trying to think. Is because you said obviously the film obviously contains like queer scenes. Obviously, the LGBT like community is obviously accepted where we are in like the Western culture, but in places like China and Asia, is it actually is LGBTQ actually accepted there, or are they still? Because I'm not fully sure on that.
I'm not really either, but I'm pretty sure that it isn't. I'm pretty sure a lot of Asian culture and a lot of people. Another burp. A lot of people outside of like Europe. It's because of like, say if you, a lot of Asian cultures are quite strict. That's the
it's-
stereotype.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure even I think in Korea they're quite against tattoos.
Oh, are they?
So and they think that it's almost like really sinful and it's quite bad. These are like old.
Yeah, like old.
Because
I can see why.
They've been brought up knowing that that's wrong. They've been taught that that's wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's their. It's like how it's like how you were taught what was right and wrong. It's how they were taught what was right and wrong compared to the fact that they see that tattoos were like bad and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never actually knew about the tattoo thing.
I only saw that because I saw an YouTube. I can't talk. YouTube
Sorry,
suggested
take your time, Reese.
YouTube suggested me to watch a Vice documentary
Oh, I get so many
on it,
of those
and
recommended.
I watched like 5 minutes because I was interested. I was like, oh, I've never heard of this. This is quite cool.
I had one the other day about smoking, and I was like, yeah, I used to smoke, but I never watched a video on it. Why are you recommending me?
If you don't know, Google's actually listening to you.
Oh, don't start with them. Like, to be fair, I know
No.
obviously it has been.
Google is actually.
Yeah, we know. I think everyone knows that has been proven right now. But
To be honest
when
with
it was
you,
first coming out, it's
can-
all I heard.
To be honest with you, you can like actually restrict it from happening.
Because I remember
You can go into the settings. It is embedded, and you have to like go into like some next level links and some next level like diving into the settings. But you can sort it out to make sure that doesn't happen. I've done that many times with a lot of my accounts, because say if I was like to ask about cat food, like, oh, I'm just gonna get an ad for a cat food, and it's like, why do I need that?
Exactly.
Was it? Because I remember when like speaking of
Because
like,
that was
obviously
like
Google.
a video that popped up.
It is kind of booky, to be honest, because
But-
I just like to know that I know that I am being listened to, and I'm being like surveyed.
Is that survey? Because
yeah.
they sell your information to like advertisers.
Yeah, so
like,
yeah, I know that, and I know it benefits them, but I just don't want to.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
from a business point of point of view, I fully get why they do
Yeah.
it, but because I've got a Alexa in the kitchen, and
No.
I have one in my room that I actually don't
Yeah.
ever use.
I don't have
It's
any.
probably been listening to me for
I
Yeah.
actually, every time on my Android, because Android's like that, they have the Google Assistant, and I've always said no to that. I don't want it.
Yeah,
I
I've always been
won't
like
ever
it.
use it anyway,
Yeah.
because I can do it at the same speed as what it would do anyway.
it's literally become like a meme now. Everywhere I always see, oh, blank wants to know your location. Blank wants to access your microphone. I hear it everywhere now. It's become like a massive meme.
Which is why Android is better, because you can get the option to allow and decline.
Oh, Reese throwing shade there.
Yeah, you get to allow and decline apps to do certain things.
You can do that on iOS.
Yeah, but you get it as a pop-up instead of having to go in the settings and doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it does it straight away.
Fair
You
point.
could
I
probably
guess.
do it on iOS or iOS.
'Cause I remember, like, because another thing I was gonna say about spyware is that when Windows 10 first came out, obviously it's Microsoft, different like corporation, but when it was first coming out, everyone was going a bit mad, saying like, "Oh, don't upgrade to Windows 10, it's spyware, blah blah blah," and like everyone was probably freaking out about it.
I do seem to have a memory of this.
No,
Yeah.
it was... a lot of people were getting annoyed because they actually quite liked Windows 7. It was a very good thing.
In all fairness, yeah, I used that for a long,
Windows
long
7
time.
was like the Windows XP. Windows XP
It
was
was.
brilliant.
That was OG.
I grew up being on that, and then I jumped
the
to
little card game as well.
Bro.
That was the best.
No,
and
literally-
pinball. Did you
Yeah.
have pinball?
Yeah. Oh.
No, literally, at my secondary school before I came to college, they literally still run Windows XP.
Yeah, mine did for a while, and then they
Yeah.
went to Windows 7.
My primary school had Windows XP. When I got to secondary school, it was all Windows 7. Still,
Again,
obviously good.
It goes back
but-
to the thing. If it's not broke, then don't fix it.
I mean, Windows 7 is a very good OS, to be honest with you. But then, say if you bought like a old camera, like a tape camera, and it had its own video editing software that would make it easier for you to edit and export it and gain the tape video rather than having the complications with the capture stuff in like Premiere Pro and Final Cut.
Yeah.
A lot of things in Premiere Pro don't allow DV tapes to be captured, and I was trying to do that the other day because I have a DV camera
Oh
that
yeah.
I actually was gifted from my granddad. But yeah, I figured out that actually the software won't allow you to capture it unless you use FireWire.
Oh,
And
right.
that's also quite bad because a lot of the time the FireWire connection won't ever actually reach the USB port. And
Reese, you just do not have luck with computers or like just technology at all, do you?
no, but where was I going?
Oh, right.
Have you had one of those things where you just kind of you're talking so passionately or something, and then like someone will
Yeah,
say
'cause
something,
we went
you're like,
from-
wait, what did I
we
just
went
say?
from spyware to like Google Listening to different OSs. Then we went to about you
That was
saying
it.
about
No,
how
because that camera had the came with all the box. It came with everything, the user guide, blah blah blah. But it came with the CD for the editing software as well. And I was like, oh yeah, that'd make it easier for me to export it as a video because I want that look rather than getting like a created one out that's probably been made with After Effects or something.
the VHS
I want
look.
the actual VHS tape look.
Yeah, where it's like letterboxed,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
But
I'll do that. I love that look, to be honest.
to be honest,
There's something about it.
You can shoot in that. It's
So
just
each
the aspect ratio.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You can
I
get the
live-
letterboxing in that normally. It's just the aspect ratio. But what was I? I'm very bad at this.
Have you messed up again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not our day today.
But basically, I was trying
think
to
it's just
capture
the
it the other
difference.
day, but it didn't let me, and it said that you could only do it on XP on the disc, and I thought, okay, maybe it will work on Windows 10. They might have allowed that. Didn't work. I tried to capture it through Premiere Pro, didn't work, but my brother bought a Easy Cap thing for the high 8 tape that we had before.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'm thinking of something else.
and it was
but-
only like a £5, and I was gonna put that into his Mac to go on Final Cut, and see if that worked, because apparently DV works in Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that, but I haven't actually done it yet. So there you go. But I also bought one day. I went to Camden Town and I was kind of tired and I didn't really know what I was doing. I asked for high 8 tapes. This dude was like, oh yeah, we have high 8 tapes. We have high 8 tapes. Gave us 3 VHS-C tapes. I didn't know at the time. Cost about a tenner, which is fine. 3 tapes that are about 1 hour and 30 minutes for £10. That's calm. It just wouldn't fit in the camera because it's a VHS-C, not a high 8.
Oh, you see, this is why, like, technology, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it because it has helped me out a lot, but it's all the upgrades and different versions.
But
it just annoys me so much.
recently, I've got into a lot of old cameras because I've been searching for that look, because I'd much rather get the raw camera footage rather than getting like an overlay and putting it on
Because
top.
you can tell when it's been edited. It still looks good, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but you can tell.
But yeah, it literally looks like you've slapped on something. But I also bought a VHS-C camera the other day for like 30 quid. 30 quid. That's cheap, isn't it?
That is pretty
And it was
good.
a hench one. And it has a built-in camera, microphone camera.
Oh yeah, camera, with a built-in camera.
But you could adjust the focus, because on a lot of tape
Someone's thumping around.
Because on a lot of the tape stuff, you can't adjust the focus or the zoom like properly. It's usually like digital, but you can adjust the focus on this one, and I'm quite happy with the purchase. I got Depop.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a bit
Not
of
gonna
a-
lie.
Sorry, I've been talking.
What's
Yeah.
wrong?
Not gonna lie. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's right. We're going on a proper
Nostalgia.
nerdy rant.
Yeah.
A nerdy rant of
Yeah,
like all the old
sorry.
operating systems, new updates, and just all that. Really.
I'm just quite passionate about cameras.
Yeah, we can tell. I've noticed, like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is something I want to mention, like, in the podcast. We mentioned this in college day. Reese at college and Reese on the podcast are like, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. It's like 2 different people. On the podcast, like,
Well, no,
honestly,
it's because I'm quite passionate about the podcast, and
Yeah,
if I'm passionate about something and if I'm interested in something, I'm definitely going to concentrate more on it, and I'm definitely going to put more effort into it. Yes, I put effort into my units at college, obviously, but like even then, I like to muck about because my mates are there, and it's like, oh yeah, it's practically school. Yeah, I want to have fun.
I was going to say,
yeah.
Josh.
You mess around and.
But then there
you
is
still do the work.
There
like,
is
that's the thing.
serious time
Yeah.
you've got to get down with
It's
it.
like right now, final major project.
Yeah,
not
literally, we are literally.
Literally.
We are into one of our biggest like projects
Units
of
so far.
this year, obviously, of our college year, of our
Which is
first
the
thing.
final major project. Obviously, major being the biggest one.
Yeah. So so if you guys like, we could talk about. You're out there.
What's wrong?
I was reacting to what I just did.
Yeah, if you guys want to like explain what your idea is or what you.
I think you should explain your idea, because you're the one you moved back. Because that was it's a bit deep, obviously, but it was a good idea.
I
If you
have
want to
been-
explain it.
No, yeah, it's. I'm gonna leave that up to a little
Chance.
bit of a mystery. Basically, there's a thing I've been working on. I'll be working on it for the next year. So, check back in a
And
year.
it means something to you.
It will mean a lot to me, and it will definitely go off on my channel once it's done. But it will take a long, long time, especially since I want it to be as good as it is. However, what I've decided to work on now is just some sort of motivational short film, which again I will put up on my YouTube channel, which is JH Edits, link in the description. You are there.
Oh, it was bugging me. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
I was just literally listening to Josh. I just see out the corner of my eye Reese just peek over like he is right now. But what you saying about your?
Because I just want to lower it a bit. So
Yeah, that's fine, mate. But yeah, literally, I'm everything I basically do at college that I feel comfortable with sharing and that I feel is good enough to share, I will definitely be uploading to my channel, which is JH Editors. Again, link in the description.
You gotta plug it as well. But
Plug it.
to be fair though, that edit you mentioned. Losing my trail of thought. Do you know what? People listening to this on the audio version on SoundCloud are gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah.
see, this is why you go on YouTube to watch the live footage.
Literally, and I'm gonna have to.
And if you're on
Obviously,
YouTube, hello.
yeah, I forgot we didn't. We actually didn't say hello to the camera.
To be honest with
obviously.
you, I actually forget that the camera's there.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
And this is why I've been staring at you two and talking, because generally that's what you do with the conversation.
Literally, yeah.
I keep feeling like that I'm sinking out of frame, so I'm trying to like obviously sit forward.
Yeah, and that's, to be honest, we're sitting quite far away from each other because,
because
otherwise the audio will leak
Here's the
and
thing:
bleed.
their
into each
microphones are alright. The Blue Yeti picks up audio from a mile away. You could probably scream in Australia, and the microphone would pick it up.
other.
It just
Alright.
picks up everything.
A bit exaggerated,
Yeah,
but yeah.
a little bit.
Just a tad bit, you know.
But yeah, there is. I think it's probably just because it's probably because the audio pickup is very good on that.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
a
again-
great microphone, but
Yeah.
that's the only annoyance I have. I have the gain on the lowest possible setting right now, and
Sorry, I was,
Yeah.
just, I was looking at the different types of things
yeah,
you
there's
can
there's
capture.
so many different buttons.
Because
In it. I've got the gain on the
on
lowest.
this one,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can on the mic over there.
What? Oh, on the
Because he can change what type
yeah.
of audio he can collect, if that makes sense.
It's because he's
Yeah.
a fancy bastard. That's why.
Right, well, no, to be
I mean,
fair,
he spent money on it. I think he deserved it.
yeah, I worked. I mean, to be fair, working over Christmas, everyone does, but I worked in a bit of a stressful job, to say the least. It was worth it to get a microphone.
Yeah.
Stacking shells.
Cut this
Potato and mash.
Potato and mash. That's what I'll
Oh,
bleep
right,
it
you
with.
cut my,
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
cut my voice and put it in.
Yeah.
Okay,
that'd be
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, but so I think we got a bit sidetracked there.
Potato and mash.
What is your obsession with that?
There's no obsession. I literally said it because it was the first thing that popped in my mind. And don't ask why. I'm probably just because I'm very hungry.
Potato and
Hence why I
mash
can
is the
use it
same
on these
thing.
have some food there, Josh.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
Potato
it's
and mash.
It's just like different types, literally.
The vegetable and the product we're gonna make.
Yeah. All the same
Lobs a
thing.
potato at a wall.
Well, if you
Mate,
like,
your nan's a turkey.
you said that in the first one. Gosh.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Throwback.
What's that made out of then? Fucking wisdom tooth.
Oh, no, the thing-
TGF quote.
Yeah, I think we love TGF a little bit too
Like
much.
a Rubik's cube.
But yeah, I think we got a bit sidetracked. There was.
I keep forgetting the camera's there and I do stupid shit like this.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you doing right now?
Yes,
But
chairs
yeah,
are
no.
bouncy.
Anyway, I think we should move on to something else.
There's
Any-
one topic I want to mention.
Billy
actually.
was saying about this
So
earlier to me.
you guys know about the Adpocalypse on YouTube.
It happened
Yeah.
in 2016 after
20
PewDiePie said the N-word.
It's 2017, I think.
I swear it was 2016.
It was it was a couple years ago
Yeah.
anyway. But basically, you guys remember what happened.
Let me search it up.
No, I think it was 2017. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
He's
but
right.
Actually, I kind of don't want to open Chrome because my computer is a potato and mash.
Here we go, back with the potato.
but yeah, so about the Adpocalypse, you guys obviously knew what happened a couple years back. Like PewDiePie made that video.
Said
It
an
was,
N-word on the bridge. Whoa.
that was
But then that opens another argument in itself. Like,
it was well before that.
can
Oh yeah, no,
right,
it was. But
Is
I'm
is
just
it
taking,
racist?
making
Oh.
a joke.
I
Is
believe
it
it
racist?
is.
Because does it really count as racism?
Who's ringing the door? The doorbell, sorry.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to cut this out. So
We will.
There's gonna be a lot of cuts in this.
Do you know what, right?
Yeah.
I think this would be our most edited podcast. This is why I was skeptical of doing
Work
it around
experience
mine.
is like up the roof right now.
What I'll do is, right, we'll,
What's
guys
this one?
watching this on YouTube, what we're going to do is,
We should edit. We should make an edit of it, and then also upload.
that's what we're going
Oh,
to
no,
do.
this is right.
So that's why we obviously we have the YouTube channel.
It's
I
actually
wonder-
only like 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
We've only been here an hour.
We've been
Jesus.
recording for 24 minutes. Hello, welcome back.
What was that
we
for?
had to pause right there just because someone came to the door.
Yeah, worst possible time.
Yeah.
It's
But
not that deep. We could have left it in.
I think, do you know what? Knowing us, we probably will leave it in.
Yeah.
But, so, I'm just moving my back so I can step forward. But what I was saying, so about the Adpocalypse, you guys obviously know the story. PewDiePie made that video. He made a joke, obviously. It was a Nazi joke, but it was a joke. And then advertisers started putting the ads from YouTube.
News, Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal was spreading misinformation.
Literally, they're all calling him a Nazi, but like, he's not. It's not like he believes that
Yeah, but-
all Jews should die.
Now,
Censor that.
Joke, satire,
I know.
sarcasm.
Ooh,
Come
satire. Sorry.
Leafy is here. I don't know
Nah,
why I
it's
didn't know
just-
why I
Hide your
was
chin,
bringing
hide
that
your chin.
up. You got pop filters. I
You've
can't.
got a hound.
What's
He's
that?
the Leafy.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because
I'm
Leafy
going to
wore a
film the
hat
rest of
and
the
hid his
podcast
chin.
like this.
Stop.
But
You know
yeah.
what? It actually smells quite nice up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at my
Um,
hair without it on.
But yeah, so basically with the Adpocalypse, you guys know that obviously it happened for about I think four months straight. Advertisers were pulling the ads from YouTube. YouTubers were getting second-hand jobs. They were losing a bunch of money.
Some people even had to shut down their channels just because they couldn't afford to.
Literally, yeah. And obviously they eventually somewhat recovered from it. People started finding other ways to make money. Advertisers very slowly started coming back. But recently on YouTube, the Adpocalypse 2 is happening. Have you heard about this?
No, what's happened?
So there's this one YouTuber. I forgot what his name was, but I saw it on Drama Alert. Basically, he was
What is up, Killer Keems? Oh, sorry.
yeah, I knew you were going to do something there, but
I'm really sorry. Let's move on.
but basically, this one guy made a video and he was calling out YouTube, basically saying, "Oh, there's like questionable videos of kids and underage people popping up in my recommended," and he was proper criticising YouTube for it. And I don't remember the story exactly, but he was criticising YouTube and he said something along the lines of, advertisers, this is what your ads are being played on. And he basically encouraged the Adpocalypse 2.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know this story now?
Oh, what's his name?
Oh no, I can't think of his name.
I know, I really like him though. I'm subscribed to him and everything.
Pyrocynical?
No.
No, it wasn't a commentary
no, he's
YouTuber.
like, he's got the tomato army or something.
Has he?
Yeah, I think so.
Can we make our subscribers called the Potato and Mash Army, please? Thanks.
Yeah.
No.
But basically, so what it was, right, is that he said something along the lines of, advertisers.
You're really checking your phone right now.
Yeah, I'm checking to see who.
Oh,
he
you're
is.
looking it up. Okay, so I thought you were just going for your messages. Anyway, continue.
But no, basically, so Keemstar did a bit of research and he actually found a video. This guy had another secret YouTube channel, and on this YouTube channel, he was uploading questionable content as well. And
Something
then,
similar happened to that before. There was like a really it was like a sort of ASMR channel, but not really. It was like this guy used to crush things.
I know this story.
Yeah, he used to crush things, like not like normal things, like say this biscuit, for example. He would like crush
Yeah.
it, and then like the sound of it would like satisfying to some people, whatever. I don't see the point, but teach their own. UBU and yeah, but then he also had a secret second channel that no one really knew that it was the same person, where he would actually crush like snails and living insects and stuff.
Fucking
And obviously
hell.
that goes very, very, very far against the YouTube channel.
This animal,
Whoa.
it's
About
animal
the,
cruelty
YouTube
as well.
Guidelines and stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, of course. Did you not know about this?
No.
It
I
happens.
don't know where I
This
found.
is fucked.
Yeah, I don't remember where I found it out from, but it's true. And then obviously YouTube found out about that and they took down both of his channels.
Yeah, because I will admit now, snails. I'm not a big fan.
I'm
of
not a
them,
big
but
fan.
no
Even
way,
still,
no way would
that's
I
a
hurt
living
them.
creature, bro.
They're living creatures. Like if I have a snail in my house, pick it up, put it outside.
Even
Like,
right,
no need
nah,
to
I'm
kill
not
He was,
gonna
still,
lie.
he was doing stuff with like animal skulls as well. He was like crushing them.
I
was
mean,
just-
if it's a skull, but then
it
again,
was kind of messed up.
then
whatever
again,
it
that's
was.
still kind of twisted, a bit weird.
It's
I mean,
just-
you be
yeah.
you. If you're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, I like the sound of a crushing bone. Okay.
Now, but the thing,
alright.
this is the thing where it comes into advertisers. Like people, like some people will spread information saying like, content like that. This is what advertisers are playing on. But it's like, but that is a tiny bit of YouTube, and YouTube polices them very well.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother side to YouTube that, you know, is really good. Oh, what's happened?
I think it stopped recording.
It's alright.
What did they say?
I think it stopped recording. You know what? The battery's out of charge, so yeah. We're just going to continue with audio. We tried to do this, but genuinely, if we're going to do this, we need to have it plugged in because
I have an idea of how
because
we can
DSLRs actually.
Hey,
link.
do you know what though?
How we can link it into.
Do you know what? Though?
After about
It's-
30 minutes, it stops recording.
It's an
It has-
experience, though, isn't it? Like, we're still obviously learning upon the way. It's the first time we've done, obviously, in real life. So,
Yeah, so bear with us, guys.
yeah.
We will have this sorted by the next podcast. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, it's fine, like I
We
said.
are very lazy. No, we're not. We're quite cool. No,
It's
we're
not lazy. We're just, we're just.
I'm lazy. I would like to admit.
I wouldn't say lazy, but it's all like our schedules are just like the worst possible timing.
I'm feeling to quit my job because I don't think I'm going to get this F&P done with the job that I have.
How so?
Because doing 5 days a week, I don't think I'll be able to do it. Because I'm taking 2 days off for college, and then
But how many hours do you work on those days?
5 hours, but it's like right in the middle of the day, and I don't really have time.
Fair enough. But just ask. Well, no, because at the start of the year we were told that we could say to our jobs.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go. Look, yeah. If I'm
Legally,
gonna
they have to
give
say yes.
no. I'm gonna go. Look, I'm gonna give you 2 days that I can work because if I continue doing 5 days, I probably won't be able to pass this unit. I'm going to give you 2 days. If you don't take this, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But no, it's the thing,
And
though,
then
but a job
I'll-
has to respect,
then-
obviously, your.
then I'll be like, oh, okay, because obviously after this finishes and I kind of need a job back. You're right there, Dave. Basically, like, you fucked me up.
You were saying about how, like,
Like after 3 months, like after we finish this whole unit,
you'll have a lot more
I'm
free time.
gonna have some free time. It's gonna be summer, and I kind of need some money because I might go on like holiday or go to a festival or meet up with my mates or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been munching away.
So yeah, I might be like, oh yeah, check with me in 3 months, and I might be up for joining you back again, unless you have like already like replaced me. Actually, you lot don't know this.
Of course they won't know.
For one of my units, we were doing for our units we were doing.
I think it was 3 and 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
For unit 3 and 4, we were meant to do a news show broadcasting TV thing. It could be anything, but apparently we decided to go with a news show. I think both of us did. Both our groups.
Yeah, right. Reese was in a separate group to me and Billy.
Which was
It was
very sad.
It wasn't our choice. We
No.
were put into the groups. Obviously,
Yeah.
if we had a choice, then Reese would definitely be in our group. But continue.
Basically what happened was my news show was so bad that I decided to make a meme edit out of it because it made it way better.
Honestly, it was really good.
It was.
You
all
still
of-
got a
all
good
of-
mark for it, didn't you? Not?
Huh?
Did you still not get? Did you not get a good mark for it?
I think I got merit, but still, like the
Fair enough.
acting was
Yeah.
trash.
For those who don't know,
I
the
think
merit
it was
is the
me
second highest
myself that got a merit.
Yeah, literally,
Because-
your team.
Yeah.
I could see from a distance that your team was like not. Whereas our team all had like jobs assigned to us, and we could work
no.
fluently in a team.
In
but you,
pre-production, my team was good.
yeah, but like the
Actually
entire
doing
post, the entire post production was
Yes.
you,
Yes.
and I could see that, and I think Shane saw that.
Yeah.
So Shane is our chief.
For anyone obviously
Anyone
outside
else.
the
Because I was
UK as
doing, all the editing for that. I even done a motion graphic to begin with. That you say looks like a big beer being poured, but I literally couldn't help it.
What did you just say?
A cup of beer being poured.
Oh yes.
yes,
It definitely.
I made a
looks
motion graphic that was like
It
a
definitely looks
teacup
like beer.
being filled up
It
because the
looks
whole
like a pint.
because the show was called
Right, picture
latest tea.
the beer from The Simpsons that Homer drinks, and that is
Duff.
what it would look like. Like when he goes to Moe's, it was like that kind of glass.
If you want, I can probably show you it. Yeah. But I mean, it
Yeah.
was my first ever motion graphic. I'd never done it in my life.
It wasn't even bad though. I'm not saying it was bad. It was.
I could have like made the cup different, and I
If you just made it shorter, it would have looked more like tea. But it doesn't matter. It's done now, and you still got merit for it. Yeah. So at least you didn't.
To be honest,
at least you didn't fail or get a pass. I don't think it's literally possible to fail. So
I've only got 2 passes. I've got 1 pass.
I've got 1 pass.
Yeah.
And you've got. I think you got 1, didn't you?
I got what for the entire units?
All of them.
No, like everything.
I think I've just got merits all the way through.
Bloody hell, calm down.
Sorry.
Don't mess with him, folks.
Well, no, because, I would have got a distinction for our previous one, but for some reason, me and Josh worked together.
We got a distinction for our video collectively.
Yeah, our video got it basically, so this is how it's marked. Your pre-production, video, and evaluation are marked separately, and then obviously, whatever they are adds up to your final grade. We got distinction in our videos, but we literally did the exact same evaluation, exact same work, pretty much. Obviously, it wasn't 100% identical, but it was near enough the same concept. And then Josh got a distinction, and I got a merit, and I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, but then Shane explained that my evaluation may have been stronger than yours.
True.
But that doesn't make it your fault. It just means that I wrote more detail.
But bear in mind you did media in 6th form.
Oh yeah, right. So for anyone
year.
that doesn't know, I am a year older than Billy and Reese, only because I originally, as soon as after GCSEs, I started at 6th form at my old secondary school, but at that time current. And
you just decided you wanted to go to college.
I had about half a year of media. So I knew some of the basic stuff that they hadn't been taught yet.
And you went more into theory rather than...
Yeah, and it literally, all practical. We would do was sit down and watch films and then just, analyse them. And also we just,
That's more like film...
theorists and all that. So I know a lot about Todorov and Prop and people like that, which you guys probably don't know anything about. But I know a lot about them. Yeah, and... It just wasn't for me. I was more into the practical side of filming, and literally the first week I was at college, I'd done more than I had done in half a year at 6th form.
Man.
But that was just me. So
yeah,
if you're thinking, if you are considering, then don't take my word for it. But
Shane, our lecturer, does more towards the budgeting and more theory, more paperwork side. Apparently, he likes that more.
Yeah.
He did do a bit of editing, I think. You're right there.
You're just pulling faces right now.
Nah, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
But yeah, he does more he enjoyed more of the paperwork side. So if you're doing media as a course right now, which would be quite cool. Hi.
Hey.
But so yeah, if you're doing that, it's all calm. It's up to you what you want to do. You do you, innit?
Yeah, but to be fair though, I think where you forget with media and everything, the paperwork and the pre-production is a massive part.
Oh yeah,
of it. You cannot go on about it.
Even in college, you still have a lot of paperwork anyway, because you generally have to do a lot of pre-production.
But in all fairness, I don't necessarily dislike the paperwork.
Oh no,
I quite enjoy it.
Oh no, yeah.
Because instead of having it just to learn something, you're having it and it is relevant to what you're doing. If you get what I mean.
Yeah. But it's because I used to do back when I was in year 10. I did some work experience up London because my sister's brother's boyfriend obviously is the CEO of a media company, and he showed me all the paperwork sides to it, and I was like, my god. Obviously it didn't put me off media. Nothing's gonna put me off media. But when I sat there and I looked at that paperwork, I thought, changed how I viewed media a lot.
But then it's up to you where you want to go, what your path you want to take. But yes, it is hard to get into the media industry.
It's not.
But
what
then
you know,
if you have connections, you have connections.
Yeah, it's not what you know. So you know, you can have all the grades. They'll help you. Don't get me wrong, but if you don't know people, that can limit you a lot.
Amy, one of our friends, was telling me how she knew someone who knew someone who knew someone that worked on Jonathan Ross's show and was being a runner on Jonathan Ross's show. And she got that job and she was doing that. Now she's doing something else with other people.
But even still, she had the experience
she's still,
of working on that something as big as that.
She is still doing running shows. She's doing...
Running. For anyone
as a job, that's...
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, a runner is someone that basically just gets everyone's tea and coffee.
No,
but
it's not.
It's something like that.
No, that's an assistant.
No.
No, because a runner does that as well as cable management.
Yeah, like stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that it involves stuff like that.
Yeah, you pretty much
and
are
it's basically
a
the
grunt.
lowest in the media industry. It's the lowest job you can
Yes.
get. But it's also a good point, especially
But
for
then
people
again-
our age for a starting point.
Yes, because you are generally right in. You are in.
It gets you straight into the
media
industry, yeah.
production. You are there. You are in that.
And it also gives you something to write. It gives you something to write on your CV, and it will help her later in life, especially
being a
since
runner.
you went on something that like big.
That's why I kind of want to quit my job as well, because I kind of want to put up my name as trying to look for being a runner instead of
Start
Yeah,
getting
you
into
gotta-
the
you-
media.
you
'Cause
gotta do
that-
what's
That's
best for
obviously for us. It's what we have a passion for, and that's pretty much the end game for
Yeah,
us.
hence
to
why
do
we're doing the
something in that.
podcast as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like literally, this is our we are using this as our work experience, and that's
Well-
that wasn't that's not the reason we started it. We started it because we had a passion for it, and
Just
we
wanted to because it
we
was a
wanted
nice
to,
idea,
and yeah, but then we found out that we could also do it for work experience,
and
and
we were like, "Oh, damn."
brilliant. It was brilliant for us. It was actually ideal, and yeah.
Yeah, and well, I was gonna say that I know my auntie knows someone who knows someone who knows someone whose cousin is on EastEnders,
All right.
Oh damn.
and like I might contact them to say like, "Oh yeah, can I be a runner on your show? Can I do that? Is there a way of you being able to get me to do that?"
It's worth a shot.
And yeah, it is worth a shot. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but at least you gave it a
yeah.
go.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Because if you don't do it, then you don't know if you would get that job. And if you do, then you do, and it's great.
Yeah.
But if not, then at least you have the satisfaction of knowing that you tried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because not only that, but there are quite a lot of people who are quite low tier actors and low tier presenters and whatnot. I'm saying low tier, but generally to me it's quite high. But in terms of industry standards, it's quite low. But those people were actually on EastEnders in some episodes. So I'm thinking that I may actually have a chance.
You know, do you know what? Right, it's honestly this is something that I've like learned highly. It's better that you try and don't succeed rather than you don't try at all. And obviously, it's a very cliche saying. It's true, but
then thinking about it, one of our mates just went on Jonathan Ross's show for one
Exactly.
day. Like
Yeah, exactly.
that to me was quite surreal. I was like, wait, what?
Especially since you see it on TV and you're like, oh, well, people that work on the show have been through years and years and years of like getting into that job.
And it's
to a certain
connections.
extent, that is true to some of them. But then obviously with a job like a runner, it's so easy for young people to get into it, especially if they're very passionate about it. And basically, she's just had she's very lucky to get in the situation she has. And yeah, I just hope that myself and
To
you
be
guys
honest,
can also get into something like that.
If we ever like meet again in terms of industry standards, it's not saying that we're gonna break like up and
That's it.
Not
So the
talk-
JRB podcast
not-
is breaking up after 3
not
episodes.
not talk ever again. But like I'm saying, when we're like adults, like it would be cool to just randomly bump into you in it, like
Yeah.
in the industry, just like welcome, hi.
the reason why it's so weird as well, and we spoke about this a little bit in our last one, is because presenters on TV, you forget that they are actually people that have
Yeah.
lives outside of it.
And what's also cool is if one of us actually gets big, we'll like obviously us lot can help each other out. Be like, oh yeah, I know this guy. He can help us. Say if like we didn't have a runner for this one show that like
Yeah.
one of us is on or like working on. Stop licking the fucking.
I'm not licking it.
You're just making faces that
Cut.
looks like...
Right.
What was you saying, Reese, anyway?
Basically, it would be cool to like one of us probably to request that one of us be like on the show. Say if one of us was working on it. Say if Billy was working on one quite a good famous show, and like they needed a runner,
Homes
they
under the
needed
hammer.
like someone to do a job, and you're like, oh yeah, I know someone who could help out. Like one of us could probably do it, or somebody he knows could do it. It'd be cool.
Nah, definitely. There's definitely, like I said, with the media, like I said before, and I don't think this goes with media. I really think this goes for everything. Not what you know, who you know. The grades will help, but
Like literally, we found out a couple of days after we started college that our actual tutor, who is called Shane, literally worked on Britain's Got Talent and the X Factor. Something shows that are so big over over here in Britain.
Yeah.
Not that there's any viewers outside of Britain, but if you are, hello.
But then it's like America's Got Talent as well. But it's the same level of.
But it's like his name's in the like credits as well, and it's just that was kind of surreal. That was kind of surreal for me, yeah, because.
But then again,
someone I know worked on something that big that I've been watching since I was a kid, basically.
But then again, it's quite cool that he decided to come and like teach.
He better appreciate this. Considering we're bigging him up a little bit.
No, to be honest, I feel quite bad for him because he does. It's quite stressful being a teacher in college.
Yeah.
Especially with us.
Yeah.
Because
But at
generally,
the same time, we try not to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But we like to have a laugh.
We like to have a
Sometimes we
joke.
go a bit over the
and
top. But
Shane likes to have a joke as well. At least I think.
I will admit, he is a very relaxed teacher.
And I think it's probably more of like he's quite close within age range, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, he's about roughly
I'm
10
18.
years older.
So, and
he's we're not going to reveal his age, but he's roughly 10. Well, not roughly 10, but let's just say an average of 5 to 10 years older than us.
but like say a lot of people don't actually really become really mature until they're like 30. So
Yeah, but like I said, people. It's not like I said. People aren't perfect. You're never gonna be.
you generally
100% mature.
you generally becoming an adult when you're about 30 odd and higher. Like,
Or, yeah, quote unquote. Oh, it's a bit hard to obviously define adult, obviously.
no,
but I do
yeah,
get what
but
you're
you
saying.
know what I mean by that.
I know what you mean. Like
Really.
you reach what people view as maturity. Like
Yeah,
obviously
because you've gained a
can't-
lot of experience in life. You've gained a lot of experience within those 10 years of like from 20 to 30. You've gained a lot of experience because you've gone out and you've done tons of different things.
I also think that a lot of like maturity has obviously got a lot of definitions, but I think one key definition of maturity is obviously being able to stay calm and relaxed in a stressful situation, and obviously being able to rationalize everything that's going on.
Yeah, so this episode is actually kind of strange because it's more like a conversation that's
Yeah.
like just a genuine
right,
conversation
what the
going
plan
from point
was
to
is
point.
we were going to set up the camera, and obviously, as you've seen, if you have been watching this far, but as you've seen, that the camera has died, and now it's gone back to the regular format that
To be
you're
honest.
used to. But obviously, we're just starting out. We just got to get everything.
Yeah.
We're learning. We got to learn, and eventually it will get like in our heads. And we'll
To be
get
honest with
into
you,
the
it's
rhythm-
only been 3 episodes.
The rhythm, the rhyme.
Yeah, it's literally been that like.
It's been about a month since we even brought up the topic in the first place.
Literally, like I said in the first episode, one college morning, I just said it to Reese, and well, just kind of went
Bad
from there,
one.
really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, this episode obviously has been.
At the moment, we're
Well,
charging the
yeah.
battery for the camera anyway, so if
Yeah.
in time, if it charges within like 30 minutes, we'll be able to get it up. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Oh yeah.
But Rami Malek
Yeah.
is the actor, and apparently there's a question going about from the Evening Standard. This is that he may be becoming the next Bond villain.
Oh.
To be honest, I could see him as a Bond villain.
He is a good actor, and I'm quite glad that he's got.
Did
this
you guys
spotlight.
ever watch Mr. Robot?
No, but I wanted to.
It's very, very good, and he's the main actor in that.
Sorry.
In Mr. Robot, it's I think it's on Amazon. It's a very good show, and I've watched near enough every episode. I think I missed out like the last. No, I watched every episode. And the way I found out about it was when I went to America in 2016, I think it was. It might have been 2015. I can't remember. He was. The first episode of Mr. Robot was on the plane, like on the TVs. So I started to watch that, and it was very, very, like the first episode was very, very interesting, and it obviously left on a cliffhanger so that you'd come back and watch more. And I would very much suggest. Very good film. TV series.
apparently the story that came up 6 hours ago from the Telegraph reveals that Britain gets first new insect type in 100 years.
Let's do what, sorry?
A new insect type.
Insect type, what's that?
I don't know. I'm going to read more.
That's what they say. That's what YouTube comments say, read more, but...
A new insect type... Ooh. A new insect order has been discovered in the UK for the first time in 100 years after shocked found a colony of web spinners in a glass house in Surrey. An insect order is a classification of a type of insect. For example, beetles, flies, bees, wasps, and ants, and butterflies and moths.
It's a new spider, basically.
Basically, it's a type of insect. Basically, yeah.
Okay.
So spider, moth, bee,
Bird.
and ants and beetles, and they're all different types because they all have different anatomy, don't they? So yeah, apparently they found some new insects, which is kind of cool.
Oh.
No.
This is literally we're just searching this up right
I'm
now.
genuinely just looking
There's that right
through
now.
the Microsoft News app online.
Oh, do you know what? I forgot that even existed.
Yeah, I know. I only found it out like yesterday, and that's how I saw the thing about the Target shooting thing. Oh, Energizer shows off phone with 18,000 milliamp hour battery. Apparently, they released a phone that has a shit ton of battery.
That's what I need, to be honest.
Cool.
A battery company has released a
Yeah,
phone.
I know, it's a bit... I think,
Okay.
because it's live opinions, we don't really know what to say.
Then
but
again,
all I
they're
can
never
say is...
they've got like a kind of, what am I trying to say? A company like that doesn't really have much game, if you know what I'm saying, like in the phone industry, especially when they're competing against like companies such as like Apple and not Amazon, Android phones and stuff like that. It's definitely going to be difficult for them to compete.
What did you about to say, Josh? You were going...
Against the like big
Yeah,
phone
I remember my
companies.
mind's going a bit blank.
What else was there? I found that a Mars rover has, apparently in the Chilean desert, may help find alien life. Don't know where the Chilean desert is. I think it's on Mars. No, it is Mars.
Is it?
Oh no, it's on,
Well, to be
on
fair,
Earth.
It's
Wait, what? No, it's on Earth. What the fuck?
Chile, isn't it?
Wait, what are you talking about now?
As
I'm a bit
NASA,
confused.
a NASA
I'm very
robot
confused.
being tested in the most Mars-like environment on Earth has found samples that could help humanity find alien life. Scientists say. So
Yeah.
this is on Earth. This is in Chile. Then, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm a bit stupid.
Yeah, I was thinking that then. No,
Yeah, it's Chilean desert.
be honest,
what am I on about?
Yeah, I don't know. I think our minds have all a bit blank today. I'll just quickly say this, then obviously you can read more.
Apparently, they found some soil samples, and supposedly it's could help find alien life, which is quite cool. What do you think about alien life? Do you think there was actual aliens out there before?
Well, the universe is so big that we can't rule anything out.
Mhm.
I personally am a firm believer of I don't believe it until I see it, but we can't be the only intelligent life
Bear in
this
mind,
universe.
We are one of a good thousand
Yeah, think about it like this: it's like
solar systems
right,
in
so
the universe.
the entire universe is a beach,
And there's
our
multiple universes.
Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is just a grain of sand, a tiny little grain of sand. Think about how many billions upon trillions of grains of sand. there
No,
is.
I can see what Josh is saying there.
Basically, we are one solar system in our universe where there is a good ton of more solar systems. So there could be. We haven't even reached out into finding a new solar system that could actually have an environment for life. We found on Mars some signs of it, I think that in our solar system there was probably a life that eventually our life, what's it called, life form, life type humanity will probably die out from like a big war, like a massive explosion that will probably kill out all of our population.
All right.
And life will probably find its way on a different planet, and it will reoccur over and over again. I think that's what it would be.
All right.
That's just me theorizing and coming up with like a theory.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's definitely something you can really go deep into. But like, it's like what you said about alien life. Obviously, believing it. I do get what Josh is saying. The universe is so big. We are literally, like I said, Josh said, a grain of sand. So there must be something else out there. Obviously, until it's been proven for us, who knows? But if you think about it, there must be something.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna be finishing off now because we really don't.
In the camera for the outro.
Basically, we don't really have much to talk about left.
It's been a very up and
very
down.
bottom of the barrel.
But yeah,
Hello, Billy's
as
microphone.
you can tell, because the quality of Josh has just dropped by about 100. Because there's no effort left in him.
No, there's effort. It's just I just don't know what to talk about.
But
well, it's like we said. Look, it's been up in the air, but it is an experience. You know, we tried saying no instead of just we
we're
tried recording.
experimenting, as he said. If you can't hear him, but yeah, we're gonna turn on the camera for the outro. But sorry about that. We're definitely gonna. We're definitely gonna increase our production quality, as we've said in the past 3 episodes. It will increase, and we will eventually be able to do something.
It may
That
have been a bit hard to enjoy.
That was JRB podcast. We're gonna be there may be a lot
we're
of
trying to keep them weekly.
but there may be a lot of cuts in this episode. But then that's
Again,
because
it's
we
just-
are
we
trying something new and we're experimenting.
Yeah,
we haven't actually
it
met up and done 3 people in one room yet because that's life.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be an editing nightmare, but you know what? The plan I have, which I'll tell you guys in literally a few minutes,
Yeah.
I think we might be able to pull this off. So yeah, unless there's anything else you guys want to say,
Yeah.
then
No, I've been.
this has been the JRB podcast. Over and out.
yeah. Remember YouTube, SoundCloud, and yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's it.
See you later.
Alright then.
Take care.
Bye.